What is up, guys? My name is Kameding, and today I have for you guys a brand new video, and this is kind of a ranting video, I guess you can say. I'm going to be talking about the Unturned community as a whole. There's a lot of different pointers I have to go through, so just sit back, relax, and just enjoy the video. First off, I want to talk about the hypocrisy of the Unturned community. Now, so many people are saying that they don't want KOSing in Unturned. Everyone's looking at Unturned 4.0. Can't wait for Unturned 4.0 because it's going to be an actual survival game. And there's going to be no KOSing. And it's going to be a better game. But look at Unturned 3.0, and 90% of the people who are saying that they don't want KOS in the game is KOSing in the game. It's complete hypocrisy. They say they don't want it, but they do it. I mean, just take a look at the Unturned 3.0 top servers. They're all rocket servers, every single one. We all know what's a rocket server. It's a battlefield. It ain't a survival game, it's a battlefield. And even on vanilla servers, there's still people who KOS and just kill nakeds like a very, very toxic person. And I mean, this is what I'm saying. These people who are KOSing and who are killing are the same people who are saying they want Unturned 4.0 to be an actual survival game. Now, I know there is some people who are actually nice, who actually play a survival game as a survival game and don't just KOS whoever they see, actually interact with the other people on the server, try to talk to them. That's what a survival game actually is, and I do see some people actually doing that. But you guys are the minority if you do. You really are. Because really, if you take a look at Unturned, it's all killing. It doesn't matter. No matter what, it'll probably stay like that. So as much as people are saying they want the game to change, I mean, they're not showing that they wanted to change because they're still killing, they're still being toxic, they're still KOSing, they're still killing nakeds. They're doing everything that they say they don't want 4.0 to be, and that's the problem. Now I want to plug in my server here for just one little moment. I have a server known as True Survival. It's a vanilla server with an environment that is much harder. Now this server is pretty active and it's actually a pretty friendly server. Now, I just want to talk about one guy on that server now. He used to be very nice, the nicest person that he can be on the server. He used to always talk good about this Unturned survival game, how he loves survival and how he loves that 4.0 is going to be turning more into a survival game. But just watch this clip for one moment.
Get down, Mr. President.
Hey, Trayron, be nice.
Hey.
We're a bunch of nakeds. What are you doing? Is this guy serious?
You just gotta punch it to death. You gotta punch the car to death.
Right here. The 3.0 community. 3.0 community. The 3.0 community. Right there. You see it right there. Right there. That sums it up. That sums it up for you guys. That sums it up. That's the 3.0 community right then and there. You just saw it. And that's what I'm saying. He just killed 5 nakeds for no reason at all. Why? Because he wanted to. Because he's toxic and because he KOSs. He KOSs naked people. This just shows hypocrisy 100% because this guy used to always say how he can't wait for Unturned 4.0 to change the community into more of a survival themed. Yet he does this. And honestly, he's the majority. A lot of people are like this. And this is when I get scared. I'm scared, honestly, that Unturned 4.0 won't change. It won't change anything because the majority of the Unturned 3.0 community is going to shift over to Unturned 4.0. Now the question is, will only the non-KOSers turn over to Unturned 4.0 or will everyone go over to Unturned 4.0? I'm not sure yet, and no one really knows. You can't tell until it actually comes out. But if everyone moves over to Unturned 4.0, then we're just going to have the same problem that we've been having in 3.0 and everyone's going to KOS no matter how hard the environment is. But if only the people who actually play survival as a survival game move over to 4.0, then we might see some progress in the survival game. I'm just hoping that all Unturned 3.0 players who PvP just play on Unturned 3.0 because of rocket and kit servers and stuff like that, which I don't think will be in the new Unturned version. Now, at least that's just what I'm hoping. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Unturned 4.0 just turns into a KOSing fest, just like Unturned 3.0 is. I honestly wouldn't be surprised. Now we have the people saying that I'm a bad player, that I can't kill anyone and I should just stick to PvE. Well, that makes no sense. I'm not a bad player in any means, at least I don't think so. I win arena games every now and then, and I outgun a lot of people. I'm not a bad player. I just play a survival game how a survival game should be played, and that is by interacting with people. Because IRL, I don't think you'd be shooting anyone. Let's be honest. You guys wouldn't be shooting anyone. But in game, you just be shooting glory. You're just a machine gun in action, and you're just shooting whoever you see. And I don't think that's what a survival game should be. And the people who say play PvE, well, I don't want to play PvE because player versus player is another threat. Players are another threat, and that's what makes it fun. And people get mixed up. I like PvP, and KOSing to an extent is okay. For example, if I have a gun and I see across the field another person with a gun, well, heck, of course I'm gonna shoot him, especially if I feel threatened. He has a gun, I have a gun, he doesn't see me, but if he does see me, who knows? He might shoot me. How am I supposed to know? I wouldn't be mad if that person shot that person because he feels like he's threatened. But if I have a gun and I am completely stacked and I see across the field another guy who's just chainsawing a tree down and I don't see a gun on his player or anything like that, he's not a threat to me. At least from what I see, he has no ranged weapon, so why kill him? What's the point of killing him? To just steal his loot? Well, I mean, if I'm going to kill him, I'd walk up to him and interact with him at least. That's what a survival game should be. Don't just snipe someone out of nowhere unless they're an actual threat. And that's where people get confused saying that I only want to play PvE. I don't. I like PvP because it's a player threat, and that's what makes it fun. Especially when you're more stacked, then the environment's not as much to worry, it's more of the players that you have to worry. Stacked versus stacked. That's what makes PvP fun. But when you're naked, honestly, no one should be killing you unless it's a camp axe versus a camp axe. Fair fights. Fair fights is all I gotta say. Fair fights is okay. A gun versus a camp axe? Why? What's the point? Unless the camp axe tries to fight the gun, of course, the gun shoots back. But the camp axe is never going to defeat the gun. Let's be honest. But anyways, to sum it up, Unturned is a survival game. It's not a battlefield. A lot of people play it as a battlefield, but it's a survival game at its core. And I'm just hoping and just praying that Unturned 4.0 shifts the community over to survival once again. Because this whole battlefield Unturned is just not fun at all. I want the survival challenge. That's what I really want. And one more point that people say as to why they KOS is because the game doesn't favor non-KOSers. The game favors KOSers because when I KOS, there's no disciplinary action on me, and what I get all that person's loot. So why not KOS? Well, that's true. Unturned 3.0, it doesn't have any game mechanic besides the reputation system that obviously doesn't work, and there's no mechanic to stop KOSing. But you can't just blame the game. The community is also partially to blame, or mostly to blame. The community is mostly to blame. I've played a lot of other survival games, and some survival games, they have a good system to stop KOSers. Some survival games don't. And at the same time, the survival games that have a good system to stop KOSing, they're still KOSing in those games. But on the other side, the survival games that have no system to stop KOSing, there's no KOSing in some of those games. So honestly, it's more about the community than the game. The community has to be nice. The community has to be not as toxic. But we all know the Unturned community is lower in age. It's a younger community, which obviously favors toxicity. So we'll just see how 4.0 comes out. I'm hoping for the best, but planning for the worst. I'll see you guys next time around. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Kameding, and I'm out of here. And until next time, I will see you guys later.